Welcome to this management science tutorial. This is the third part of Computer Lab 7. In the previous tutorials we did do a quality control and a service level. In this tutorial we are going to have a look at the demand of 104 items. So we have got 104 weeks and we have got for each week a different number of units that are in demand. Good. To get a quick idea about what is the average, how much does it vary, we can use the descriptive analysis, which is activated via data analysis in the data ribbon. However, if you don't have that, you just go to File, Options, Add-ins, Excel Add-ins, go and select Analysis Toolpick and press OK. Then you should see that in the data ribbon. Good. Now you can select the descriptive statistics and select the range from E3 to 106, and you would like to also specify the output range. Let's go to G5 and let's select the summary statistics, and immediately we have an idea of what is going on. Let's just reformat these values quickly. Here we go. So on average there is a demand on 3,667 units and it varies with 2,300. So as previously seen, we could immediately see that that we need about 6,000 items to fulfill the demand 84% of the time, if this is indeed a normal distribution. Can we see that this is a normal distribution? If we quickly visualize this as a histogram, so again data analysis and histogram, we get an idea whether we are very far off from a normal distribution or not. So I'll just select the same range, output range. I'll put that somewhere here, and I'm going to display a chart. Okay, so what do we see here? It's not a perfect normal distribution. We probably can find statistical tests to reject that it is a normal distribution, but it's not too far off either, just visually seen. Good. So if we give in and say, yeah, this is a normal distribution, then we can use obviously the normal distribution function to make certain service level agreements. What did we say in the tasks? We would like to have a look at 90, 95 and 99.7%. So percentage, so let's format it as percentage. 90, 95 and what was it again? 99.7. Okay, so we need the normal distribution or a normal distribution. We are not quite sure which one. Let's find what is there. Normal distribution. So there are the standard distributions and there is the inverse distribution, which works with the probability, mean and standard deviation. So we could immediately go there and use that function, which requires us to specify the probability, which is the first column, then the mean, which we can get from our descriptive statistics box. We are going to fix that since we are going to reuse that cell. and the standard deviation, which we have also computed here, and voila, we get immediately the quantity which we have. So service level, that means 90% of the weeks we should have a demand less than 6,615. 95% we need 7,400 items, and for 99.7 we need to have a stock of almost 10,000 items. So I did promise a different way to calculate these service levels, which is independent of the normal distribution, which can be very easily achieved by just sorting this table according to the quantity. Okay, so let's go to data, sort. We are sorting by the quantity, smallest to largest. So we're ignoring the sequence of the weeks. However, what we need now to know is how many weeks are there. So I'll just count the weeks. And we see there are 104 weeks, so 2 years. And the percentage would be, so we need a numbering again, sequential numbering. And the percentage is just this divided by 104. So it's almost each step is, so if we would have 100 weeks, then it would be perfect. So since it's not exactly 100 weeks, so the percentage points are not corresponding to the numbering. Anyway, so let's just be a bit more precise and actually say divided by 104. So we get the idea of what's going on. And now we can obviously go back to the service level and say where is actually the real quantity with 90%. So we just can do 90%. So this is very close to 90%. And see 6,356 is the quantity which we actually need for a service level of 90.4%. Let's just compare it to the normal distribution, how far we are off. Oops. Let me just move that away. Okay. Now we can see it more clearly. So we are pretty close actually, less than 300 items away, 95%. Okay, let's go to 95%. Here we are, 8,040. Okay, again. So difference is increasing now for 99.7%. Well, we're almost there. So we do see already there is a big gap to what we have computed with the normal distribution. But what is preferable here is actually if you really want to hedge yourself and have the demand, so now it's depends on whether you want to be risk averse or not. So we do have a couple of weeks where we are actually quite over 8,000 units. So now to make the right decision, you need to know what are the inventory costs and what are the shortage costs to make a qualified decision what service level you should really have. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'm looking forward to seeing you to the next one.